Okay. Hi everyone. So in this session, we will create the remaining APIs for the courses module. So far, we have created this create operation. Now I wanted to create the API for read courses from the database. Okay. So there will be 5 APIs, not 4 APIs. Create, read, update, delete, plus get by ID. So if someone want to edit the record, then we need to fetch the selected record by ID. So that's why we will have 5 web APIs. Okay. So let's create another API for get the list of courses. I just wanted to create 2 more courses in the database. So as you know, we have created this create API, and then I will call the same API with different course name, like let's say Java development. Okay. Total fees, duration, and then click on the send button. Once I send, it should get created into database. I'm not going to debug it now because we already gone through in the last session. So you can see success true. It means if I go to the database, fire this query again, you will get 2 records in the database. Okay, now I am having 2 records in the database. I wanted to create a new API which will get me the list of all available courses from the database. Okay, so I will go to the what are all things I need to do. First of all, close everything, go to the controller, course controller. So course controller has one create API. I wanted to create another API. I will just make a copy here. Okay, and then we'll mark it as a get all. Okay, and this should be not post, this should be get API because I wanted to get the data from the database and I don't want to pass any additional parameters, no parameters. Okay, so let's mark it as a get all. Now thing is that we might need to pass the pagination parameter, sorting parameter, okay, all those things, filter parameter. So in that case, you can mark it as a post, no problem, because you wanted to pass some body part, request payload, we can say. So let's make it as a server side scrolling, server side pagination. Okay, so it will be HTTP post here for request object. Let me stop the debugging first of all, and then for request object, we'll need to create one more object here, that is get all request. Okay, get all request. Now inside this one, I wanted to create get all request class, and this request class should have the criteria, filter set criteria, right? Like I wanted to get the courses list, let's say page index, okay, from then page size. So basically why I'm writing this here is page size and page index, because in the UI, let's say in the database, I'm having 100,000 courses. Okay, it is not realistic, but let's assume we are having 100,000 records in the database. If I try to load all 100,000 records in one call, it will definitely hit the performance. Okay, because lot of data is there in the database and we are trying to fetch it in the single API call. So that will be a performance impact on your database. So in that case, we can get the data in a batch of some X number of records. Like if I'm on the page number 1, I want first 100 records. So page index will be 0 and page size will be 100. Now, if I go to the page number 2, then I will make another API call and then we will fetch another set of 100 records. So in that case, page index will be 1, page size will be remain 100. So we will skip first 100 record, we'll take another 100 record. So that way you will not hit the performance, your API will be performant. So that's why I added these 2 parameters. Okay, page size and page index. As of now, these 2 are good. If I want to add some more parameters, we'll do that later. But as of now, we are good. Okay, so get all request. Request means request parameters, request payload. This is the DTO class. If you notice, this class I have created inside the DTOs folder. DTOs in the common project. DTOs for courses API, for get all API request parameters. Got it? This will help you to show the API schema in the Swagger also. Now go back to the project. Okay, so I want to create get all API. It will be post. It will have these many parameters. In the core service, I wanted to create one more API, that is one more function, that is getAll. So this getAll will basically return me all the courses available. Okay, getAll. Now in the base response, we are just returning success message, error message. Apart from that, I want, okay, we have created this in details only. So response should be in the course folder. So apart from that, I want one more list of courses as a response. So what I will do, I will create one more class. Same like login response, I will create one get all response. Okay. So in the response, get all response, in the response, I wanted to return two things. What are two things? Number one is the base response parameters. Success true, error message false, error message null. Okay, otherwise success false, there is some error message. So that those two I want to return along with the list of what courses. Got it? I wanted to return list of courses. I will call it as a data and then get and set like this. Okay. So basically I wanted to return success parameter along with the list of courses. So this course is entity is available inside the common, right? So we need to add common namespace somewhere here. Let me check what is the namespace for course class. If I go to the entities, there is a course. This is the namespace. Talent to track common entities. So that I need to add here using talent to track common entities. Then it should go away, but not. It's like that. What is the difference? So public is there, data type is there, name is there, get set is also there. Still it is throwing exception. Let's see what is the error. Course is a namespace but is used like a type. Got it. So the problem is that our folder name is course and our class name is also course. So there is ambiguity. It is assuming that this is the same. So I'm just going to change this folder name as a courses. Okay. Wherever we are using this folder name as a namespace, we'll need to make it as a courses like this. Okay, this is account. Get all response. This is courses. Now you can see that error is no longer available. Okay, and this base response is coming from this one account, and these are no longer in use. I will just remove them. That's it. Okay, and this courses list can be null, so that's why I added the question mark. Got it? Simple. What I did? Go to the controller, added one API. For this API, I will send some payload, request payload, that is page index and page size. So that's why I have created this class. Okay, so this class has only two parameters, page index, page size, that I will send as a request payload. Once I send that, in the core service, I have created one API, called it as a getAll. Okay, getAll API will basically take the getAll request object. So that I need to add here, getAll request. Okay, and this API, this function will basically return me the response, that is our course response. Okay, or getAll response, something, this one. So in the getAll response, we are basically having list of data which can be null along with two more additional parameters, success and error message. These are our basic parameters or common parameters in the response. This is no longer available, so let's remove that. Okay, this is no longer in use, let's remove that. Okay, so this is my iCourse service. iCourse service, let's take this diagram here. Keep in mind, I completed the service layer. No, in the service layer also I'm having two things. One is interface and classes. So I have completed the interface. Now I need to implement the class from this interface. Okay, in the service layer. So I will go to the service project. Where is the service project? Collapse everything. Go to the service. Here you will have core service. In the core service, this is no longer available. Remove that. This is no longer in use. Remove that. How I identify that it is no longer in use? Because if you see the color coding, this is bold, this is faint. So remove that. It means that is not in use. In iCore service, we are having two methods. One is create, one is get all. Okay. Why it is crying? Because of these courses. Okay. Now we are having two methods here inside this interface, but we have only implemented one method. That's why it is showing error here. Okay. So if I go inside the course, I wanted to implement this method, copy that signature, go here and implement that method like this: public, your method name, curly bracket open close. Here you can implement your method. What are all things I need to do? Obviously try, catch, return object, all these things we require. So copy paste. Okay. In the base response, instead of that, I wanted to return the get all response. So I will create an object of get all response class. Okay. Then I need one course repository where we should have one more additional method to get all the records from database. So we are in middle of services and repository layer, in middle of here. So we are implementing the definition for service class along with resolving the dependency for the repository in middle of this path. Okay. So in the course repository, I want one more method that is called as get all. So what I will do, I will just copy the same method from here to here. Okay. And then we need to implement, let me remove this too. We need to implement this method into the repository class, right? We have completed the interface of repository. Now we need to implement that into this class, repository class. So go to the repository class, which is in DAO layer, this one. Here you will get the repositories. Inside this repository, again you will get one error here. Wait, you will get the error. Yeah. Because of why that error is because we have two methods now in the interface, but you have only implemented one method, create method. Instead of that, we are now having two methods. So copy this, paste, get the signature from the interface, method signature, go back and paste here. Okay. Now this error will go away. Now you will have to implement this method, get all. How to get all records from database along with the pagination parameter, that you will have to do. So let's do that. Where response or result is equal to db context. db context means your database dot order by. Okay. Order by. So order by is available inside the Linku package. That package you will have to add here. Otherwise, just go here. You will get one more thing. Okay, not getting that. Okay, sorry. db context dot table name first. Which table you want to get the data? I want to get out data from the courses table. So tbl courses dot order by. Got it? I wanted to order all the records by ID column first. Okay, this is my lambda expression. Okay, dot I wanted to apply the server side pagination. So how many records I need to skip? Okay, integer records, number of records to offset, skip, or we can say offset. Simple. Offset is equal to request dot. Let's do one thing. Let's get all the records. Okay. No order by, nothing. Just db context dot courses dot to list. That's it. It will give you all the records from this table, and this record you will have to just return as a part of a method response. Okay, get all response. So get all response, no, I wanted to return list of courses from here. No business logic here. Business logic will be in the service. So I wanted to return list of courses. I'm doing async here because this method call can take some time. So calling it, it's async method with the await keyword. We are not using request object as of now because of we haven't added any logic to paginate the record at server side. We are every time getting all the records, returning it as a part of response. Take this signature, add into your interface so that there will be no error here. This error, it will go away now. Okay. Now go back to your service class. Here we need to call that get all method. Get all method. Okay. And get all method will require the same object which we got in a parameter list. It will basically return you the list of data. Data means list of courses. Okay. Whatever list you will get, you can assign here. Why it is showing error now? Because this is await method. Get all is also a sync method, right? Course repository get all request we pass. It is returning list of course. In the data, we also require list of course. So why it is crying now? Repository is null here. The await operator can only be used within the async method. This is not your async method. Okay, so you can just mark it as a async. Got it? If you want to use await keyword, you will need to have this method as a async. Then only you can use that. You got all records, return the response. This response will get returned to the controller. Controller will return to the UI. Okay, let's verify it. Control B. Control Shift B for building your project. Okay. We got one error, that is course is no longer available because we rename it as a courses. Again, Control Shift B. It got succeeded, build succeeded. Okay. Run this project. You will get the Swagger along with two APIs this time, create and get all for course controller. Account anyway, we are having the login. So we got create and get all. Now let's call the get all API from the Postman. I will just make a copy of this tab, right click, duplicate tab. I will change it to get all as a post. In the body, I will send these two parameters, which two? Page index and page size. Okay. So page index is, let's say 0, page size is, let's say 10. But there is no meaning of sending any parameters here because we are not using them. As you know, we are always retrying all the records, get all. So select send. Then we haven't added any breakpoint. So it will go to the database, bring all the records. You can see the list here. Okay. Data array is now having first object as well as second object. So this is the plain implementation. Get all records from the database. Now I wanted to make use of this pagination parameter as well. So let me create a couple of more courses. So you will get the pagination like course 1, total fees, everything is same. Send. Course 2, send. 3, send. 4, send. 5. I want more than 10 because of page size we can keep at least 10. Okay. So basically we are having these many records in the database. Okay, 12 records. Now if I call this get all, you will get the 12 records. If you collect this one, okay, it is not showing count. We can count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and those 10. Our first two and this 10, 12 record. Okay, we got all the records from the database. Now I wanted to apply the pagination logic. How we can apply that pagination logic? Let's go there. Where you want to apply that pagination logic? This is the place, right? This one. Stop the project. How to apply that logic? So this is database related logic. That's why we are doing it in the repository. This is not related to the business logic. This is different than business logic. Okay, this is database related logic. That's why in repository. If it is related to the business logic, we will apply into the service. Now I wanted to skip n number of record. How many records? Page index into request dot page size. These many record I wanted to skip, and offset, and let's say take. These many records I wanted to take. Request dot page size. That's it. This is our pagination logic. How to apply for the SQL query? In the SQL query, using the lambda expression, you can apply like this: order by p is equal to p dot id dot skip. I wanted to skip these many records, and I wanted to take these many records. That's it. This is your pagination logic. This query is same as our database query, like select star from TBL courses. Okay. Then offset 10, offset 10, limit 10. Means it will skip first 10 record, it will take another 10 record, and you will need to do the order by id ascending, like this. So same query, it will trigger by using this lambda expression. This is your lambda expression. Okay, I wanted to order by id, offset 10 records, take 10 records, get all records. All means whatever matching records, number of records. So this will give you that result, and then that result we will return. Now let's say we are at the page number 0. How many record it will skip and how many record it will take? Let's assume. So page index is 0, page size is 10, offset will 0 into 10, 0. Take page size is 10. So it will skip 0 record and will take first 10 record, because we are at the page number 0. 0 means first page. This is index, not page number. Okay, index. Now I am at the page number 2. On the page number 2, obviously I will have to skip first 10 record. I will have to get another 10 record. So in that case, page index will be 1 into page size is 10. So 1 into 10, offset is 10, and request size is 10. Means it will fire this query. 10 record it will skip, 10 record it will take, order by id, and then it will return another set of 10 records. So this is how we can implement server-side pagination for the CRUD APIs. Okay, let's run this API. Okay, now same API we will call through the Postman. So you can see I wanted to take first 10 records. Okay, we are having 12 records in the database. If I call this API, then it will return you only 10 records. Even though your database has 100,000 records, it will give you only 10 records. You can count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. You got 10 records. I want next 10 record. Then I will make page index as a 1. Page size will be 10. Click on the send button. In that case, it will skip first 10 record. You know that courses, .NET and Java and other 8 records is not visible. It is directly started from the 9, 10. Only 12 records. That's why in the second set, you got 2 records only. Even though you requested 10 record, but database does not have 10 record. Whatever data we are having in the database, it is just written 2 records only, because we are in the second page. If you try to fetch the record for third page, you will not get any records because there is no data in the database more than 20. Third page means it will try to skip first 20 record and then it will get another set of 10 record. In that case, you will get 0 because database only has 12 record. You are trying to skip 20 records. So that's why you got the empty result. So this is all about get all API. I'm just stopping the I will take the pause here. We'll see delete and update operation and get by ID operation in the next session.